2022 Rock the Vote election. My name is Keith Jones, this is Anna Schmidt. We are going to be your moderators today. Our candidates are Ethan Sage and Tehya Isaac. They've been working hard for the last 8 or so weeks to earn your vote. This is your chance to see them side by side and see what the difference is between these candidates before you vote on Tuesday. The election is on Tuesday. Cool? All right. So we flipped a coin. And the heads was Ethan. He gets to go first with his opening statement. Cool?
Yeah.
Sorry, Tim. So we are.
All right. So I'm Ethan Sage. I'm a candidate for the 2022 Rock the Vote election. I am very passionate about having the students' voices be heard in the school and have changes that they want to make be put through a process which will allow people to look at the ideas that students have at school and verify whether or not they are good for the school. So by doing that, I'll be putting an idea box either by the office or somewhere in the lobby that's easily accessible, where people can fill out a form that has spaces filled out for their ideas that they want to suggest to the school, which will be looked at by advisory reps. And by doing this, there will be a better idea. There will be like a better outlet for students to present their ideas. And I just really want to focus on giving the students a choice, or a choice and a voice. A choice and a voice for what happens here at school. And I want to also make the school more interactive and more fun by adding decorations throughout the year based on the season. So it would change throughout the year, like in the fall it would be fall decorations. And I would be putting them up myself unless there's a team who would like to help me. The donations, the funds for the decorations will come through donations or partially from profit from the coffee bar, which will be being set up. And I am actually working with Mr. Davis on adding an element to the coffee bar where students from the school can sign up and sell their own products during lunch or just during any free period. There will be a sign-up sheet, and there will be a whole system where you can sign up again, and you'll have a few days out of the week to sell your things. And so that's one way you can make the school more interactive. I'm thinking of working with Ms. Robinette. I've talked to her about it, working to implement a mural on the outside patio. But it's not fully set in place since she was planning to do it during second semester. But that is still one of my plans. And I just hope that by changing the environment every so often in the school, it will kind of increase morale and mental health, just in a way of just making things look better and more fun. I personally really benefit from it. So.
3 minutes for Tehya.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Tehya Isaac, and obviously I'm here because I'm running for school president. Some of the things that I want to do, like one of my main things, I guess, is bringing like freshmen and sophomores to be closer with the juniors and seniors and more crossing grades. Because I feel like FlexTech kind of chunks them like half and half, and I think that if we show the underclassmen like what you have to look forward to do in your junior and senior year, it'll get them more involved with the school at a younger age, so that they can keep having a process that's going to affect their later years. And so in ways I'm implementing this, I'm a part of advisory reps, and Maddie, Jacob, and I had the idea to kind of bring back Link Crew, and it's where like upperclassmen, like juniors and seniors, I think it might be just seniors, I'm not sure yet, go and like meet with freshmen, and you can see like you're gonna ask them personal questions and if they need help with classes or they need help making friends, and then all of the freshmen or seniors will come together and bring their groups of students together to make opportunities to bring them all closer and to make friends. And then some other things I want to do, actually, same with like Miss Robinette, I was talking to her as well about doing a mural, but I wanted to do it like in the stairs or something, but we just weren't sure how it's going to work with picking, like I was thinking it could be a collaboration with students, and like everyone at the school kind of takes a vote on what the mural we think should, like what the meaning should be, or like what ideas we have. If we want it to just be like a cool, fun picture, and then if students wanted to like enter pictures of their artwork to have like a chance to be a part of the painting. But then I thought Ms. Robinette could be there to obviously like help with the guidelines, because it's going to be on our school, so we want to make sure it looks good. And then also I was wanting to make a room for like students to be able to like have like a relaxing zone, because of course we have it here and we have like the union, but it's just not as like comforting, I feel like, as like a separate room. And we already have certain rooms where like teachers, and it's kind of like teachers would just like kind of give students space to relax, but we already have that, but it's only offered to certain students, and it's not even really limited, it's just not as known about. So it's a chance the teachers just kind of need more talking to trust, but I think if it's already offered to students that know about it, like there shouldn't be any like stigma on like certain students being able to be left alone in a room, but then others can't. And then other things I want to do school-wide field trips, which also would bring all the grades together, because it'd be like the freshmen through seniors, they all get to go, and then obviously the seniors would be able to help with rides, and if parents wanted to come from the lower classmen, then they'd be more comfortable to go. So I think my main thing this year is like school-wide bonding and everyone having a fun school experience. I also wanted to do senior pranks, and I talked to Mr. Wasmer and Ms. Combs about that, and it's allowed as long as there's no like damage done. So I just think that's another fun thing that like gives everyone something fun to look forward to, as well as painting parking spots. We talked about that in advisory reps and with Mr. Wasmer and Ms. Combs. So yeah.
All right, we're going to the question part. We have a series of questions that Anna and I have put together. So just as a review, since Ethan started with the opening statements, you can start with the questions. Sound good?
Yes.
So we'll ask you a question. You'll get 60 seconds to respond. I'm going to do this to say, hey, 10 seconds. So you kind of wrap up your answer. And then you'll get 30 seconds to respond or just say what you want to say about that question.
Okay.
If you don't really want to respond in the way towards you, okay? And then we'll just repeat that until we get through the 5 questions we've got. Sound good? Sweet.
Okay, Tehya, why do you think that you'd be a better leader?
So I think that either way, no matter who wins, like it'll be, of course, like good. I think me and Ethan both like actually care about the school and want to do fun stuff, and we're both like active roles and members of like the FlexTech community. But I think that like what separates me most is like I think I talk to a lot of different groups of students, and I would like to say that I think I'm a very good leader and able to like bring people together. Like I try and like motivate everyone to want to come together and work together. So I think that my like spread across the school with being like willing to talk to new groups, I'm pretty good at talking to new people and talking loud. And so I just think that that's really what the school needs as a school president. You need to lead the people. So.
All right.
30 seconds.
Okay. I think all of your points are very true, but I think leadership is really, I'm not saying you're not like a leader or anything, but I would say that it's kind of been proven based on last year that I was nominated by Ms. Lyman and I think a couple other teachers to attend the My Lead conference, which was it's basically a gathering of students who were recognized by their teachers as like student leaders and having a natural leadership type of role. And I think in that way, like I think it's kind of like a different it's like a different narrative that's being spread because you can definitely show it, but it's also like there's an aspect of having people recognize your leadership.
Ethan. So for you, how important is school culture, and what would you do positively to impact it?
Okay, so could you specify what you mean by culture? Like,
school culture is like for us, we want to have like we want students to like the POGs, the cultural graduate,
okay.
Like those type of things are our cultural school culture things.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
the I care values that you
Yeah.
developed last year, those are all kind of the school, the culture that you want to build in school.
Okay.
How would you do it?
I think that school culture is definitely very, very important. And I think you really have to try and get people to participate, especially in a high school environment. It's very hard to get people to care about their school. And I think if you can find a group of people who do, then you can quickly spread that kind of morale. And I think that's something that I'm really focusing on in my campaign, where I want to have people focus on certain aspects of their life that might affect either the way they act in school or the way that they act in their personal life. And I think when you get people to focus on that, it really helps in being more inclusive in school and being just a more appealing school overall.
30-second response to it.
So for me, like I would say that by the school culture, that's everything that I want to fix. I was saying that's one of my main issues, like the school-wide field trips and like link crew mentoring system. I think that that's like what I would do, because I think if you don't like the environment that you're in or the people you're around, you don't feel comfortable, then you're not going to want to be in that space. It's almost like if you have a job but you don't like any of your coworkers, like I think that would just drive you to quit. So.
10 seconds.
Okay, the coffee bar has been a topic for many of the campaigns this year. How does your vision for the coffee bar differ from your
Yeah, this is a great one actually. So for me, I'm actually not even working on the coffee bar because I was going to, and it was some of my ideas to kind of fix it up. And then Mr. Davis's class, no matter what like we do or whatever, the coffee bar is still going to be up and running, and it's going to be ran by students of his class for the business math. And then also his class is like doing a project with that, so some of the students have ideas already for like running the projects and stuff. So I thought that I would leave the coffee bar to the classroom because they already have like all the ideas pretty much. And I'm also friends like with a lot of people that are like working on it and stuff, so they already like I've talked to them, and since I know them, like I know the ideas that they have and that they'll implement. Good things are in the coffee bar.
30 seconds, Ethan.
Okay. I think that bringing back the coffee bar was a good idea, even though it was already taken over by a class. I think I definitely thought more about it because I had an extension that I wanted to make instead of just bringing it back. I reached out to Mr. Davis, and we're working together. I'm working with that class now. I mean, I haven't gotten in touch yet, but we're going to get in touch with students from my class. And I want to allow students, again, as I said, like I want to allow students to sell their own products during career periods. And I think that creativity really adds to it.
All right, this was for you, Ethan. Addressing mental health is an issue that many students care about. What can you tell those students to make them feel comfortable voting for you?
I definitely care a lot about mental health. I think one of the most impactful ways that I'm going to address it is through the declarations themselves, because the way that I see it is if you like your environment that you're in, you're going to do better, just statistically. Even like in my own personal life, like that is something that's really helped me, is having a different environment at different points, even just like during the week or throughout the year. And I think that it does apply to other people within the school and people that I've heard from. And I've asked several groups of people what they think. And they all kind of agree that having a different environment to walk into and have something to look forward to throughout the school year is something that will really improve mental health.
30 seconds to it.
Alright, so since I only have 30 seconds, I feel like mental health is like a very important issue at school, especially recently this year with everything that's been going on and stuff. And I think FlexTech especially has like a big number of issues with mental health at the school. And I think that like, that is a problem. It's like the environment that is just like troubling students. So I think by like overall, even like teachers and students, I think bonding between them will also just create a better school space. And I have something else to say. Oh, and like I think also like I want to be like a school president that like I'm not only like helping the school, but genuinely like if you have something you want to talk to like about, like I'm so willing to listen like to anyone and talk to anyone. I'm always like, if you need a friend, you want something to do, like even a group of people. I'm sure everyone at the school is so good at making friends. So like go up to anyone. Everyone here is so nice.
How can we trust that you'll follow through with what you say?
All right, I think you can trust that I will do it because I've already been going to school for like a while, and I've already been a part of clubs, like the quality club and advisory reps last year and this year. And I've also like already done stuff to like help the school. Jaden Moore worked a lot with me to help me do this, but we got money from Meyer and Target to sponsor the school and to give money for like more so I guess it's kind of first going to like girls hygiene products, because girls hygiene, I guess, sorry boys, but you know. And so we're getting like more funding and stuff just for the school, and also we were looking into stuff about getting more funding for the culinary class to be able to provide possible lunches on certain days or like something offered. So I think that would be like a good implement to the school too, because then it could be cheaper and you get better food. And I just think that since I've already shown, I'm already admitting to things. The girls know, in the girls' bathroom, the cabinets that are in there. Thank you, Jaden, for all your help.
30-second response.
Okay, sorry, what was the question again?
How can we trust you'll follow
Oh,
through with what
right,
you
sorry.
say?
I think you can definitely trust me. I mean, I have already done things for the school. I've been doing community service for the school after, just like in my free time. I've had a group of people working with me on a campaign who are all very passionate about the project. And I think like at this point in time, like most teachers trust me just because of how I acted last year and how I've proven that I want to do certain things. And I think by winning like student president, and I'm like on advisory reps, and I've been a student ambassador. I've gone to extracurricular, what is it called? They were at the Brighton Festival. I've been there, and I've just done things outside of the school a lot. And I think by winning student president, that will really help me do the things that I want to do.
All right, one more round for each of you. Tehya, we're going to ask this question to both of you, I think. Let's try to go back up. 2 more questions. So, talk about your views about good leadership and how this will allow you to make an impact through the role of FlexTech Student Body President. This one is for Ethan.
Okay. A good leader is someone who is willing to really reach out to people and interact with people and work with them and listen to their ideas, and someone who really cares about other people's ideas. And I think that is definitely a main point of my campaign is listening to the students and really getting their ideas into the system and at least looked at by people who can make a difference. Because typically, like, just an individual will not be able to make a huge difference or like really change something. But if they can get their ideas out there and heard by people, then it is definitely a way that can make a difference within the community. And a good leader really cares about their process and their campaign, and I think I definitely show that with the amount of work that I put into it.
30 seconds, Tim.
I think like what makes a leader is someone that's going to have like the difficult conversations and do the awkward things or the stuff that no one wants to do. And I think that like you're gonna have to be able to have difficult conversations and really be there for the benefit of everyone. So that's not always gonna make everyone happy with you, and you have to see the overall view and impact of everyone. So I think a good leader, like of course you have to be responsible and trustworthy so that the people will support you. And I think that there's so many different aspects, I guess, to be a good leader, but I think you need to just be able to have the voice and be willing to talk to the teachers and the staff and stand up for the students. Because at the end of the day, the staff will always have more of a say or more of a position, but you have to be able to push and work out how we can best implement the students' ideas.
So it's our last question. I lost it. So this question actually leads into the closing statements of it. So we'll do the same format, 60 seconds to everybody with 30 seconds response, but it's probably leading into the last two, so just know that.
Tehya, why do you want to be a FlexTech student body president?
Yes, I'm gonna be part of the FlexTech Student Body President. I just feel like I have like a lot of ideas for the school and like a lot of fun things, and like being a part of advisory reps, like why I joined that first was kind of just because I wanted to be able to like implement these things that I had, like me and like especially Jacob, we had talked about like all these different things that we wanted to do to incorporate that we've seen at like other schools, which obviously it's easier to do certain things at public schools with like more students, but like ideas like Senior Survivor, where like all the seniors like they come together and they compete in games, and it's only going to be like possible, I guess, if we have someone like I just want to do it. So I guess that's what made me want to be a part of it, and just being a part of clubs and stuff, and like I genuinely care about the school. Like I just feel like FlexTech is like a family, and everyone should enjoy their school year and get to like see how good FlexTech can really be.
30 seconds.
I think ever since I started like going to the school, I've kind of noticed that because it's such a small school, you kind of know everyone, and I wanted to really like reach out to everyone and be the student president because I wanted to represent the people that I knew, which is most people here, and I wanted to showcase that I'm capable of going through with my plans and providing for people who go here and making their experience more enjoyable, and just working with them and having their voices heard. Because at other schools, typically, like it's hard to get your voice heard because there's so many people, and it's just hard to make changes. But I think just like having this opportunity to just like work within a smaller community will really show that I can make a change and that it's possible.
Thanks a lot, you two. You've got 4 questions. Feel good? You guys are great. So we're moving on to closing statements. 2 minutes each. This is your final pitch for the vote.
Okay.
You started with opening statements, so I thought it would be fair to close. Sound good?
Yep.
Alright. So of course, like, name's Isaac, and I would appreciate your vote, but also like I just say vote, no matter what. If I want you to vote me, I think you should vote me. I will do whatever I can for the school, and I'm willing to hear any ideas. So truly, if there's anything that you want changed about the school, and you haven't said anything about it, then that's on you, because we're here to implement and do whatever we can to do it. So I think even if you just have ideas to give out, do anything to help the school, and place a vote on November 8th for Tehya Isaac.
Stay back.
If you like.
Okay. All right. So I would definitely really appreciate it if you voted for me. Either way, I think, like Tehya said, you should vote. The voter turnout was pretty good. It was better than I expected, but I think we could definitely do better. And if you got other people to participate, it would definitely be very helpful because what we really need in this school is participation and just people who care about the school. And I think me and my team are definitely some of the people who care most about this school and really want to make a difference. And I just want to really focus on allowing people to have a voice, and even if they're not part of my team, be able to make a difference and not have to, put in hours of work just to get their voice heard. And I just really hope to see some change like in the school, and I just hope that I can make a lasting legacy to the school.
That concludes our Rock the Vote 2022 presidential debate. Thank you so much for attending. Appreciate your hard work and effort.
Good job,
Have a
Ethan.
fantastic afternoon. Good luck to both the candidates.
Sorry, but